It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Hawks and the Niners coming up next.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Up next, a good one in the NFC West and a wild card rematch from a year ago, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis to my left, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, it's a good time to be a 49er fan. The roster is loaded. You got stars on both sides of the ball. The time seems like it's now. Aside from health, what needs to happen for the Niners to make a Super Bowl run?
Well, if you're a team trying to play them, you're always trying to figure out, how do I slow down an offense that seems to morph and change from week to week and attack defense's weaknesses? And then on the other side, how are you going to block those pass rushers? How are you going to block those guys who get after the quarterback on every snap? Good luck. This is a loaded 49ers team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Seahawks, most of the pundits, yourself included, Charles, gave their draft class high marks. And that comes after a year where they struck gold in the 5th round with Tariq Woolen.
And they also struck gold in the offensive line, getting brand new tackles at left and right. Struck gold with a running back who was a big-time runner as a rookie. Yeah, there's something to be said about building through the draft.
The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
When the Seahawks named Smith the starter last season, it gave him an opportunity he wasn't sure he would get again. And then he became one of the best quarterbacks in football and sustained it across a full 17 games, winning Comeback Player of the Year. Saved his career with last season and keeps the Seahawks as true contenders.
Smith going to go to the air first play. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They run with the second-year man. It's Kenneth Walker. Dancing away at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Smith. Pass complete. He's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 16 yards right off the bat for the 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
And that is incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
And a holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
A gain of 12. And the Seahawks 1st down.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. Oh, what a move. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. Smith now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Gino. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. McLeod to return it. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know how we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security? I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
Let's go. Let's go right here.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Smith. And Walker has it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space.
And he He's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
49ers 3.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown! Jerome Jennings. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Thank think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Jake Moody now for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now Gino on first down. And that is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off of play action, here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Samuel. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Oh, nice move. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Play action. Now Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Purdy now to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Purdy bootlegging it. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Samuel. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Throwing here, Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 26 yards. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll find Metcalf. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Three quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Out of the gun, Smith. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
At fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Geno down to throw. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Down left side on the swing pass. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Here's Purdy. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun now with Purdy. And it's a fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Up the middle, here's Walker. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Smith now to throw. And that is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 22. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd and 6 coming up. Purdy off the play fake. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. To throw is Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Purdy to throw. They'll find Ayuk open right side. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. McCaffrey on the counter. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this. Let's go.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Here's Samuel. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield. So they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Geno and the Seahawks down 20-17, 25 seconds remaining. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Smith to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Smith's going to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. Here's Smith. Incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. You're giving them nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime, and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.